Hi, you guys. Happy Tuesday. I'm going to keep this one short and sweet because we all got precious time, right? And so a lot of us are pushing towards some end of the month goals and just trying to achieve those things. For myself, I'm still not at my goals yet, so I'm just like working in the messaging and the follow-up. And there's something, I will tell you, about the pressure of hitting your goals and setting those goals and moving towards them, whether you hit them or not, like that extra added pressure is really helpful for me. Unfortunately, I'm a procrastinator and I am a last minute person. Typically not when it comes to Success Club, but with like every other thing in the goals market, back in school with assignments and papers, like when the pressure was on, the pressure was on. Same thing with like assignments now for the magazine. It's like very last minute for me. I know, it's bad. But this month, I'm pushing it. I'm working towards it and making steps every day to be the best coach I can be and to hit those goals. And in doing that, I just want to remind you of a couple things. So, new wellness group starts the first of the month, and that will be Monday, March 1st. Will be the first day of, I think it's called like Let Us Help You. It's a really cheesy name for the group this month, and it's just going to be focused on all aspects of wellness. I have some graphics that I can share with you if you want. But yes, we're starting March 1st, and I'm excited for a new group. It just gives that new energy and that new momentum into something great and new, like fresh blood, new people. I really, really have a goal of trying to get some new people into our groups because it helps with that momentum to encourage people to share more and encourage people to just like be themselves in these groups, right? So that's the first thing. Second thing is there is a challenge group sneak peek tomorrow night from 7:30 Eastern, so 8:30 Atlantic Standard Time. Alexis is going to be doing it, hosting it, and talking about like the different aspects of our challenge groups and what to expect when you join our groups and the different options to be able to join our groups and all those things. So if you have anyone who's interested in checking out our groups or who has said no to you a few times, just let them know that we have a free webinar going on tomorrow night and that, they can check it out to get some more info. And it's as easy as that. Hop on and be there to encourage them and check out who was on the call, but you don't have to do anything other than invite to it and show up for it. Easy peasy, right? So those are the two big things that I wanted to share with you. And then going kind of into today's tip being figuring out this business, and I've been doing that a lot lately. I've actually I think it's this lockdown and having a lot of time alone and a lot of time to think. I have so many notes on the things that I want to do in my business and the rebranding that I want to do, and I never really thought about that aspect of it. And maybe you haven't either. Maybe you just think, well, I'm a Beachbody coach, or I'm a coach, and then I leave it at that. But I want you to think of a few questions today, like what is your brand, and what you want it to be, what you want to promote, and all this stuff. So I had a couple questions, and then I just stumbled upon Carl Deichler talking about, on his Instagram, he talked about focusing on people, not sales. So not going into every conversation with, I want this person to buy something, going to every conversation with, want to help these people, because I feel like that's why a lot of us are here. We may have an underlying goal, like to pay off a credit card, or to get out of debt, or to, accumulate this to be a job that you don't have to work, 9 to 5, or whatever it is. We all have different goals, and that's great, but I want you to narrow it down and remember, one, that we are here to help people. We're not here for sales, but when you help people, it leads into more sales. But the questions that I had for you is, first, what do you believe? Do you believe in the product that you're sharing? Do you believe in the groups that we, invite our people into? Do you believe that this works? Everything that we do. Has this changed your life in any way? Like, if you think about these things, it's going to help you to market yourself a little bit better. I want you to ask yourself, what is important to you? Is it making time for yourself, or learning that you could create a business out of this, or learning how to have better nutrition? Like, what is important to you? And again, that can be family time, that can be absolutely anything, but just sit down and think about these questions. So what do you believe? What is important to you? Who is your ideal customer? So I did this one yesterday because I remember back when I was working in retail. I worked at SmartSet for a while. I've worked in many retail stores. My parents own a gift store in Moncton. I've been in retail my whole life, and I forgot around the concept of like creating that ideal person, because I think a lot of the times, especially in network marketing, we just see like a person and we're like, oh yeah, great, hook, line, and sinker. Is that the saying? Anyways, doesn't matter. But if we can really narrow it down and have a very specific niche, a very specific person that we're looking to help, it's going to help us to find them, and it's also going to help to make this journey a lot more enjoyable. There are people that I have worked with on this journey who have not made it very fun, and when you see like their names come in, or you see, different notifications or whatever, and you're just like, oh, what do they want now? Those aren't the people that you want to work with. We don't want to be at a desperate point where we are only seeking anybody who wants to work with us. We want to be looking for that specific person. So I can tell you guys, I can give you guys a little information on what I did. I wrote it out. I'm very pen and paper. And I wrote out like, who is my ideal customer? And I put energetic, enthusiastic woman, eager to feel her best in her beautiful body. She understands that there's no quick fix and is willing to work for the life of her dreams. And then I named her. I don't know why. I named her Sandy. She's a mom. She works full time. She lives a busy lifestyle and prioritizes her self-care by getting up early and moving her body in a way that brings her joy. Starting her day strong sets her up for success and to be the best mom that she can be. I'm looking for women who want to have fun with me, who want to make living a healthier lifestyle feel less like a chore and more like a party. And like, that's the ideal person that I'm looking for. I'm looking for someone who I can help, like, extract their confidence and help them to see the fun that comes on this journey, the fun that we have in our groups, the fun that we have on our morning Zooms, and like elevate that. Who wants to show up, who wants to live a healthier life, who is eager to make her self-care a priority. I don't want the person that I have to like chase, that I have to remind to do their workouts, that I have to, over and over again. Of course, we're going to get those people, and I'm happy to help them, but this journey is going to be a lot more fun if I have more people like Sandy. If I'm attracting more people like Sandy to our groups and to our team, it's going to be more fun for all of us because she's going to want to show up. She's going to want to be there. I don't know why I named her Sandy. But anyways, you guys should do this kind of practice. Sit down and think about who your ideal customer is. I attract a lot of cat moms. Most of you guys have cats. And a lot of the times our vibe attracts our tribe. So what we're sharing about and who we, get interest with and the conversations that we have are often kind of like who we attract. So make sure you're putting that out there too. If Sandy is who I'm trying to attract, I need to be more like Sandy, and I need to show up in a way that would attract Sandy to our groups. Anyways, I hope that makes sense. The last question I have is, what attracted you to this business, to this community? What was it that made you say yes? And a lot of the times you guys say things like, well, you just invited me at the right time, and I just said yes, and then it kind of like clicked. Or, you were really enthusiastic, and I kind of wanted to have that extra energy, or like whatever it is. Think about what attracted you to this, and like, let's elevate that in the way that you're on social media, and share in a way that will attract more people like yourself, right? Or attract people who would be attracted the way that you were. So those are my 4 questions, and I want you to really sit down and think about them, pen and paper it out, write notes, and once you have those notes, you can share them with me. We can chat about different ways that you could use them to promote, to make social media posts. I often think about where I was when I first started, and now that's almost, I think, 4.5 years. I started in 2016, and when I think about who I was then, I'm so far away from that person that I often forget to reconnect with her and to share on social media the way that I needed to be talked to then. And when you ask yourself these questions, think about who you were then and what you needed to hear to get on board, and go from there. I have my door open because my cat's outside, so this wind's coming in. Anyways, that's it for the tip today. It's really just about thinking beyond the coach, thinking beyond the title of Beachbody, thinking beyond the business of Beachbody, and focusing on your own personal brand. I hope you're having an awesome day. I'm really excited to watch you guys grow and to ask you these questions and to see who you came up with, and if you named what you named your ideal customer. And I also, one more thing I will say before I hop off, is I've been working on this rebranding and these new ideas that I've had for the last week. And I like to be inclusive. As an Enneagram 2, I want to be able to help all the people. So narrowing it down to a niche and narrowing it down to a specific person was really hard for me. And this just kind of like came to me. I think it was after meditation. This came to me and it was awesome because it helped me to get it on paper without really thinking too much about it, because I struggle with even making my ideal customer a woman. Because again, I want to be able to help everyone. We can't help everyone, okay guys? This is just your reminder, and mostly I'm reminding myself too. We can't help everyone. So you need to be really specific on who you're looking to help so that we can find that person instead of attracting everyone. I have very few men who come to me for help. I have a couple guys not in our groups, but people who I work with one-on-one. And it's different, a different experience, and it wouldn't be what I would want my ideal customer to be. But that doesn't mean I'm going to turn them away when they come to me and ask me questions. But it is not who I'm working towards attracting. We can help everyone, but we're looking for specific people, like my girl Sandy. So I just want to put that out there. If you're someone like me who struggles with narrowing it down to a specific person because you want to be able to help everyone, we can't help everyone. As hard as it is for me to say that. And that doesn't mean that if someone outside of our ideal customer comes and asks us for help that we're going to turn them away. We're not going to turn them away, but we are looking for very specific people that we want to be able to help, because it's going to make this journey easier and it's going to make this journey a lot more fun if we find them. So I hope you're having an awesome day, and I'll talk to you soon.